So this is a quick eclipse update, and let me know if this is just way out of left field, but to me, this is gonna make me pay a lot more attention on Monday because this is kind of weird. So look at this logo for a second. Do you see anything? Keep looking. I'm not talking about how there's a 6, 6, and a 6 here. That's not what I'm talking about. Look. It looks just like an eclipse, but that's not all. Look at this. They're turning this sucker on. Look at this logo. What do you see? I'm not talking about what appears to be 3 6s literally just turned around is their logo. That's not what I'm talking about here. It's an eclipse. 2 circles converging on each other. To be clear, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not to be taken seriously. These are things that kind of look like little circles and could be a little funny thing. That's all. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. It's just interesting to look at. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and keep in touch on Monday if the grid is up.
This is getting wild. The National Guard is going to be here now for the solar eclipse. This article today was released in an Oklahoma newspaper saying that they will have guardsmen present in McCurtain County for the solar eclipse. But things get much weirder. The 22 members of an elite chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear unit will be housed in Broken Bow, in addition to 110 to 150 Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers. They're also urging residents to stock up with 1 to 2 weeks of food in advance of the event and to have full fuel tanks. They're also saying that it's likely that communication facilities could be overloaded, possibly making it difficult to make cell phone calls. Similar warnings are going out in different states, including Noblesville Fire Department in Texas. And apparently schools are canceled this day, and people are going on Twitter writing statements like this: something strange is definitely happening. My kids in 3 different schools all got notices that school will be closed that day. What do you know about this solar eclipse? As always, let me know what you think about all of this down below.
Okay, watch this. Everybody is talking about April 8th. But did you know NASA will be firing 3 rockets into the eclipse? This project is called Serpent Deity. This is from nasa.gov. NASA to launch sounding rockets into moon's shadow during the solar eclipse. This is from Forbes. Why NASA will fire 3 rockets at the solar eclipse. But why is it called Serpent Deity? The serpent, or snake, is one of the oldest and most widespread mythical symbols. Serpent God is the name of this mission. Please tell me you have seen this symbol of NASA and the serpent. NASA in Hebrew literally means deceive, and watch this. In Genesis 3:13, and what is this that thou hast done? And the woman Eve said, the serpent beguiled me. What is that word beguiled? This is the Hebrew word H5377, or nasa, nasha, which means to beguile or deceive, but it gets better. 2 Hebrew words before this is H5375, which is also nasa, which means lift up to deceive. NASA literally means lift up to deceive.
Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
If you missed today's eclipse, you'll have another chance in the year 2024. That's the year that Texas will see a total solar eclipse. This is Pat Couch, the Texas News. The solar eclipse attracted small groups all over the SMU campus. Professors Charlie Ballison and Harold Blum gathered with students and staffers behind the Mechanical Engineering Building to watch the celestial phenomenon. Ballison had charted the movement of the moon across the sun, and Blum was measuring radiation the sun put out at various stages. Both admit that very little serious science was being attempted. It was just for fun. However, they would like to discover just what effect the eclipse had on temperature and illumination in Dallas. Across the campus, Dr. George Crawford had set up 2 displays to allow curious students to view the eclipse without burning their eyes. First, he arranged a mirror to reflect the image of the eclipse on a home movie screen, although the results were not particularly impressive. And he also set up a telescope with the proper solar shield that allowed students to look directly at the sun. Probably the most simple and most effective way of viewing the eclipse was through 2 layers of fully exposed photographic film. The same film we used to cover our videotape camera to capture these pictures of the moon crossing the sun.
Just to see it alone awakens the imagination. And then one begins to ask the questions, how does the universe actually move? How do we know that these 3 bodies, the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, are in this regular motion with respect to each other where we can predict exactly when such a 3-body alignment is going to occur?
The black sun.
Black sun is rising. Golden ages and dark ages oscillate in and out of this realm. During a golden age, everything harmonizes and everything is in its original paradisal condition. But during a dark age, we experience a loss of this union and create environments which eventually push us back to discover unification once again. The black sun in the dark ages is not visible. It is split away from the white sun, representing our condition of duality, the dissociation of our conscious and subconscious reality, the 2 elements of ourselves which the 2 suns reveal. The black sun, being the processor and conglomeration of our subconscious, is rising right now and will meet the sun at the center very soon. And when this happens, the aurora borealis will fill this entire realm. Because we are microcosms of this macrocosm, the aurora borealis, this emerald green energy, is the green rays of our hearts, which never left the center. Extending outwards, the aurora borealis will fuse with our heart chakras, automatically propelling us to the center. The rainbow bridge of Norse cosmology, also known as the Bifrost Bridge, will be created after the heart is opened, bridging our lower chakras with the higher ones. This will let us ascend up the levels of Mount Meru until we achieve unification once again in Asgard. And it all starts with the black sun and white sun coming together. These are the 2 aspects of ourselves, the Adam and Eve, the night and day, which separated after the so-called fall into this dark age. In my last video, we talked about the projection system from the center and how this has been a collective dream we're experiencing backwards. We're still in the pleroma. The demiurge is an illusory construct that has no relevance once we're in the event horizon. The demiurge is us, and soulless beings are the fractalized expressions of our shadow selves.
Y'all remember this happened during the solar eclipse last year? This was in Texas. You guys remember this? Did anybody ever figure out what this was all about? Why this thing happened? This is amazing.
Is the eclipse making them look like that?
Look at that. It's coming off of the trees. Look at that. Look at the leaves. Did anybody ever figure out what that was about, y'all? Anybody else figure out? Let us know. Yeah, but it's just different parts of Texas, y'all. It looks like fish scales. I mean, there are waters above, right? It looked like fish scales. Look at that.
Look at the shadow of the light on the ground. That is insane. You can see it's like bright, but I don't know. You can't really tell.
Yeah, what is that about, y'all?
I'm not gonna look through it.
Oh wow, towards the end of the video I caught this. Look, the red sun and the blue sun. Red and blue Kachina. And there's a green one in the middle. The devil comet, the green comet. What y'all think, man? So yeah, anybody look at this? Look. Wow, I just caught this. Look at that. Hold on, it looks like the moon, y'all. Y'all be catching stuff during making videos, but look at that. That looks like the very thing that made the shadows on the floor, y'all. It looks like the crescent moon. But you see the colors around that? Where is that coming from? Is that through the trees? That's crazy. Is that like, what? Where is that? That is so weird. Zoom out a little bit more. What is that? Where is that? That's in the trees somewhere. But that is so weird, y'all. Y'all see that? You see how we be decoding stuff? So if anybody has any idea what that is, what we're looking at, please enlighten us in the comments down below so we can get to the bottom of this. I be telling y'all, what an amazing time to be alive, and every day